Nothing but a painting. The air in the little gallery was heavy, tasting of old paper and varnish. It was one of those forgotten places on the edge of town, the kind you only find when you're not looking for anything at all. I was the only one there, my footsteps echoing on the warped floorboards, and then I saw her. She was just a portrait, oil on a sprawling canvas, but she commanded the entire room. The artist had captured something terrifyingly real. Her hair was the color of drying blood spilling over one shoulder. Her skin was like marble, but it was the eyes that held me hostage. They were green, the shade of deep lake water, and they swam with an emotion I couldn't name. It wasn't sadness, not quite. It was a kind of ancient, weary confusion, like she'd just woken up and didn't recognize the world. I don't really use my phone for photos, I never have. But I felt this magnetic pull, a desperate need to capture her, to prove to myself that something as beautiful and unsettling could exist. My hands fumbled for my phone. The shutter's artificial click sounded like a bone snapping in the silence. I took one picture, then another, moving slightly, trying to get the angle just right, trying to do her justice. I took 11 shots before a wave of satisfaction washed over me. That was enough. Leaning against the opposite wall, I opened my phone's gallery, eager to see how they'd turned out. I swiped through the first few. Perfect. The light, the detail, the impossible life in her eyes. It was all there. A little thrill went through me. I kept swiping. 1, 2, 3, 7, all identical. Then the 8th photo loaded. My thumb froze mid-swipe. Something was wrong. Her face, it was tilted. Just a fraction of an inch to the left, a subtle shift in posture. My breath caught. It had to be a trick of the light, my own unsteady hand. I told myself that, but my heart started a low, heavy drum against my ribs. I forced my thumb to move. The 9th photo. My blood went cold. A single, thick lock of her crimson hair had slipped forward, now resting on her collarbone. It wasn't there before. I knew it wasn't. My hand was shaking now. I swiped to the 10th photo. A deep, unnatural shadow now clung to the right side of her face, swallowing the delicate line of her jaw. It was as if the sun had set inside the painting itself. The gallery suddenly felt airless, tight. With a sense of pure, sickening dread, I swiped one last time. The 11th picture. Her lime green eyes were no longer looking out with that distant confusion. They were fixed, sharp, and clear, directly on me. Not at the camera lens. At me. A tremor ran through my arms. I slowly, so slowly, lowered the phone, my gaze rising from the glowing screen to the canvas on the wall. She was exactly as she was in the last photo. The tilted head, the fallen lock of hair, the shadow. And those eyes, boring into me from across the silent room. Then, I saw one final, impossible movement. The paint on her lips, once a perfectly rendered, static line, began to part, and a voice, like the crackle of dry autumn leaves, whispered out from the canvas. Strange, why is the painting moving?